So we are back on Inner Cosmetics. I am here with Jody, a Black Indexer, because in Inner Cosmetics we are here about mental wealth, physical health, and part of mental wealth, I believe, is wealth. You know, welcoming it in, making a part of just what we do. And so often we shy ourselves away from just thinking it's difficult to have it, right, Joe? You feel the money, and it's not. It's your right. It's your birthright, and we're at a really unique opportunity with crypto. You guys may or not have heard or not have heard about crypto, but we're here to give you some insight into it, how you can be a part of it. It's really exciting, and Joe has an in-depth knowledge about it. And I can tell he's just waiting for me to shut the hell up so he can talk to you guys. But we're excited because you have an opportunity to get in at the beginning. So we're here to clarify some things for you. And Joe, you can just take it away about if I knew nothing about crypto, because when I first, if I knew nothing, I'm gonna hop on the internet, I'm gonna look up crypto, and I'm gonna be afraid because it has a lot of negative news that's going on right now. Yeah.
So, excuse me, a lot of that's, I would say, by design. You have a lot of things going on that's going to divert your attention. That's going to be the war in Ukraine. You're going to see a lot of the mass shootings going to be in the news a lot. These things are happening. It's not that these things are fake or anything like that. These things are really happening. They're real concerns. But what's happening behind the scenes is there's a change being made, a significant change being made to the financial system. We're moving off the old SWIFT system, which is it's a legacy system that used to run the world, and it's all connected to the petrodollar, the American dollar. Mm-hmm. And other countries are trying to get out from underneath the U.S. dollar, and they're looking for other alternatives for value of their money. Whatnot. Okay. So what they're doing now is making their own way, and crypto is a way, it's really a payment protocol, if you will, for ways for money to flow as easily as email. So you see how you can send money now with Zelle and things like that with your email, and it gets there instantly.
Right.
So the crypto ultimate goal is to do front end, client to client, customer to customer, and then back end settlement. So on the back end, the business and the banking systems can also settle at the same time. So just imagine being able to pay a person. Let's say I pay you $100, and you instantly get that money. Well, usually on the back end, that financial institution which allowed that transaction to happen, it may take them 3 to 4 days for that to settle out.
With the current system.
With the current system. With the new system that's coming on board, that will be done instantaneously, which is a huge savings on energy, and as well as time, effort, and speed for the companies as well.
So if I, as a totally new person hearing about crypto, again, if I pull it up right now, I'm going to be nervous about, first of all, I don't even know how I can partake in, you're talking about wealth here. How would that affect me? How would I even get in to benefit from this new merge?
So first of all, this is not financial advice. We're here speculating, and this is just information that's out there. You need to do your own research and do what's right for you. But to go back to what you're saying, if you're brand new to crypto, you hear a lot of things about meme coins. Probably the first thing you hear, probably Dogecoin, Shiba Inu, ApeCoin, stuff like that. Nothing against those projects. It just they don't have any, at this moment, I personally don't see any sustainable, I would say, protocol being used that's solving a particular problem.
Okay.
So I tend to lean towards the banking tokens, which is Ripple XRP. You're looking into that. Right now, they're being sued by the SEC. That lawsuit is, by my opinion, frivolous. That's something you want to research and look into. XRP is a token being used by the company Ripple, and then you have another one called Stellar Lumens, and that's XLM. That's another banking token. I would say it functions almost like the cousin to XRP. XRP is not really built for the retail person. It's built for business to business or financial institution to financial institution. They call them sophisticated financial institutions. That's what it's built for. XLM, which is called Stellar Lumens, is designed for person to person.
So these are coins. This is not a what if this happens. It's going to happen. The financial system is changing, and the coins that you're listing, XLM, XRP, they're part of the banking protocol. These are coins that you're going to be using in the back end.
Yes.
Up and coming.
Yes. These are protocols that will be used by the banks in the back end to move your finances around.
Okay.
You can learn, and it's a little off the track, but we'll come back with another video, but you can actually learn how to custody your own crypto as well, so that you can have more control, and you want to turn over control of your crypto to the banks. You learn how to actually maximize your finances and your ability to navigate financial waters with your own crypto, and make more sound financial choices rather than ones that are just doled out to you through the big banks and financial institutions.
Well, my question again, as a newbie, it's a bear market. So that's all I hear. Why would I even want to invest right now during a bear market?
So a bear market is actually the best time to actually acquire any kind of assets because it's at the cheapest price. It's almost like shopping on sale.
Okay.
You know, if somebody said it was a bear market on shoes, everyone would be out, and guys be out there grabbing all the shoes they could, but not other styles that suited them. So you got to find that protocol, that crypto protocol that agrees with you. Just make sure it has some utility. Make sure it has a use case, and get behind it.
Okay. So it's not an actual bad time, even though it's a bear market.
Correct.
You're saying it's a prime time.
Prime time, absolutely.
So I guess my question is, what are these prices looking like? Like XLM can give us an idea of what they are right now.
XLM at the time, I think it runs around 14 cent. XRP is around the 40-cent mark. What else? Actually, right now, I would say stick with XRP and XLM.
Not financial advice, but just a minor suggestion. Okay, so my brain, okay, now I'm understanding bear market is actually a prime time to hop in, is what you're saying, and I can understand that.
Right.
The sale part, the relation to shoes, I got that. Okay, and so Bitcoin, all I hear is Bitcoin, Bitcoin, Bitcoin I know it hit a high of around $60,000. Was it ever at these price ranges? You're saying 14 cents, 49 cents for XRP. Was Bitcoin ever at those ranges before?
Yes, Bitcoin at one point was at the same prices you see XLM, XRP at. But it's a brand new protocol. It was the first crypto to actually be used on what they call a blockchain. I would say, yeah, it was the first one. Sorry, it was the first one to be used on the blockchain, and then next came Ethereum. So these two are the two main cryptos that you hear about. That's being pushed by, I would say, your major outlets, news outlets, and things like that. Do your research on that. They are at all-time lows right now as well. Considering over the past year, they Ellie said, Bitcoin had reached around $62,000.
Wow.
And Ethereum's high, I think, was around 3,900. So now they're down significantly.
So I know you have been in the market. You're really good with finding those investments, and you came to me. You told me about Bitcoin years ago, and so that's why I'm really excited to have Joe on, because he does have that insight into up and coming abilities to be profitable. That's why we're here, right?
Absolutely.
And so, what's the difference between Bitcoin and something like XRP? Like, you as an investor, not giving that advice, would you choose to invest in Bitcoin, or do you see more of an opportunity in XRP, XLM?
Personally, I see more of an opportunity in XRP and XLM, and not just being mainly right now price point.
Okay.
You can get more bang for your buck when you invest in these newer assets. But what people sometimes see all the time is Bitcoin and Ethereum as the main ones they hear about. So that's what people tend to try to lean towards. But if you're going to try to buy any Bitcoin or any Ethereum, unless you're willing to spend thousands of dollars to get just one, you can do it, but you'll get way more for XLM or XRP. You get way more tokens for that. Is it a risk? Either way you go, it's a risk.
Life's a risk.
But I would say the possibility of return is way higher with the XRP and XLM. Bitcoin is based on, without going too deep into the woods, is based on proof of work, and that's a system that is very taxing when it comes to energy. It's high on energy consumption, so it's not a very fast transaction when you use Bitcoin. So, for an example, if everybody in your city or town wanted to do all their financial transactions through Bitcoin, you would probably shut down the power grid in your city. Whatnot. It pulls too much power. Next would be your proof of stake, more along the lines of Ethereum. But Ethereum has very high gas fees, meaning if you were going to try to buy something, a product, and maybe the product costs $50, you could possibly pay $15 in gas fees. You know, so it's not really feasible as a long-term solution. You want something that's quick, efficient, and energy efficient, and carbon neutral. And that's XRP and XLM. There's more. That's the two I would say get started with.
Not financial advice. And another thing that I thought was like kind of contradictory, kind of opened my eyes to the fact that it's not that when you pull these coins up, you pull up crypto and you see all the negative things on the news. I'm learning now, and also this is why we're doing this, is it's not that it's a half truth, right? And it's a half truth that the market is, I mean, it is true, it's going down. That crypto is a high risk investment. But the other side of that is, with every risk, there's also a possibility of a very high reward.
Correct.
Right. And so that's why we're here, is offering the other side to that conversation, so that you can sit there and say, oh, now that I have both sides, I can make a decision.
Correct.
You know, because I actually saw an article. We're in Virginia, and this article was a very recent one in April of this year, and it stated the banks in Virginia are preparing for crypto.
Absolutely.
So while there's a fear factor that's out there, there's also the other side of the truth that they're preparing for it. So it's coming. It's here.
Absolutely. So this week, they came out with a draft bill for cryptocurrencies and how it's going to be regulated. So it's not a complete bill yet, but they made the draft bill and they presented it to Congress. So that's an acknowledgement of how far it has come from being, oh, it's not real. It's only used for dark financial services and things of that nature. Not so anymore. That protocol is actually a way to actually save money for big business and where there's money to be made and saved, it's going to be used.
Mm-hmm.
Why not?